All right, everybody, welcome to another webcast of Monica at Home. My name is Alexandra Mayers, but I'm more widely known as Monica Foster from www.monicaathome.com, my official website, www.monicaf.com, and of course the website specifically for this specific webcast, www.christianpornstar.com. Now, I'm really happy that everyone has decided to come in and watch the live webcast for all of you who are here. And for those of you who are watching this later as an archive, you can catch all the archives on my official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Monica at Home. Now, this particular week has been a very productive week for me. Actually, I feel a lot better than I did last week. Last week, if you saw last week's webcast, I was pretty sick. It was amazing I even was able to do that webcast, but I got it done along with a lot of, I actually completed quite a few projects this week. If you go and visit Monica at Home, you'll notice that the whole site has a whole new look. It's very nice. I'm in the process of revamping quite a few of my websites and also completing quite a few, and of course starting quite a few because I just don't stop. But this week in adult entertainment industry news, quite a few unusual things have happened, and those are some things that we'll cover. And if you want to follow along with the latest adult entertainment industry happenings, you can always visit my website, www.pornnewstoday.com. And if you want to know more details in regards to what the Christian Pornstar awareness movement, of which I've started, really is, just visit www.christianpornstar.com. A lot of people, when they hear the term Christian Pornstar, all kinds of crazy things go through their head, and righteously so. But if you actually go to the website and you read a bit about what Christian Pornstar is about, you'll get a better understanding of it. So, happy Sunday, everybody. Today is December 2nd. We are in the last month of the year. Hopefully the world won't come to an end. I don't believe it will. But there's quite a few of you out there who I know think something's going to happen on the 21st of December, but I personally don't think it will. So let's see, what do we want to start with? Well, for those of you out there who are looking for the perfect gift for someone in your life, you know, a friend or maybe a relative, but specifically anyone in your life who is thinking about going to the Los Angeles porn industry, first and foremost, tell them don't do it. But if they don't listen to you, here's a solution. You can get my book, Perfect for Porn. It's a coffee table book. It is the first coffee table book which gives you a quick rundown in regards to the truths of the adult entertainment industry and why it's not a good idea to go specifically into the Los Angeles porn industry. But it makes a nice stocking stuffer, you know, kind of trendy looking. Stick it on your coffee table, educate your friends, save some lives. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and go to pornnewstoday.com and see what all is going on, what all has happened this week. I regularly post what I consider to be interesting news items. So let's see here. Let's see. Well, here's something kind of interesting that I saw in the news this morning. It's my most recent post. This has to do with Kim Kardashian. Let me just go ahead and read the first paragraph to y'all. Kim Kardashian wrapped up her 3-day visit to Kuwait and Bahrain, where she helped launch new Millions of Milkshakes retail shops amid cheers and protests alike. The reality star praised the region for its natural beauty and the kindness of the people, according to Gulf News today. It's my first visit to the country, and I heard it was beautiful, but what I saw was beyond that, Kim told fans in Bahrain. Kardashian also urged her fellow Americans to visit the countries and said she plans to return in the future for a proper vacation. So you can read more about this in detail, but what's really interesting about this particular article is that it has to do with some tweets that she posted as of recent. They were very controversial. She basically prayed for Israel, but then after that she praised she prayed for Palestine, but that caused a lot of backlash, specifically in regards to her ancestry. I personally think that some of the cracks are beginning to show in regards to the true nature of Kim Kardashian. That's something I feel is getting ready to happen, because the headline of this particular article is Kim Kardashian is being called a porn star by protesters in Bahrain. That's a very important headline in a way, because the issue with Kim Kardashian is that she's marketed via mainstream as basically like a regular celebrity, like a pop star essentially. And the same occurrence happened with Paris Hilton as well. But the reality of it is that both Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton and quite a few other people out there in the media who are kind of just famous for being famous, is that they're not just famous for being famous, they're famous for having made a porn or a sex tape. And in my opinion, that is not an appropriate figure to market to little girls, and that is essentially who Kim Kardashian is being marketed to. Now, if you go on this particular article, you'll even see that Kim Kardashian is taking photos alongside children. But as we all know, she's known for that sex tape of hers. And another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that Kim Kardashian's sex tape is marketed and I believe produced through IviewIt Pictures, which is the largest porn company out there. So that's just something for many of you to think about. Now, let's see, what else can we talk about that happened in adult entertainment industry news this week? Oh, well, it looks like these copyright troll attorneys are finally getting handed their hats, especially in Florida. Speaking of IviewIt, Sunny Leone's company, Sunlust Pictures, which I believe is still distributed by IviewIt. I could be incorrect on this. I'll have to research this later when I put this online, but I believe it is. It looks like her latest attempt to collect basically bounties from people who supposedly illegally downloaded her porn. Looks like that case was thrown out and it was deemed attempted fraud on the court. Yes, for many of you who haven't seen my earlier Monica at Home broadcast, one of the trends right now for Los Angeles porn studios is basically what I consider an extortion tactic against the American public. Certain porn entities set up file sharing sites and even encourage people to download porn illegally. Then they collect the IP addresses and they send out settlement letters to the people who may have downloaded the porn. And the settlement letters basically say, hey, we either put your name on public record for downloading something along the lines of big booties, number 5, and we take you to court, or you can pay us X amount of dollars in a settlement and it'll all go away. Well, to many people that is extortion. There are quite a few websites who deem these porn industry lawyers who get these settlements together, they deem these people as being copyright trolls. And now it looks like many judges are agreeing that this is not something that should be taking place. So I suppose many porn studios are going to have to either make better product or go to another industry. Now let's see, I guess I'll talk about this. There's an ex-pornstar by the name of Crissy Moran, or Crissy Moran. Beautiful woman. She is someone like myself who it appears that Jesus Christ entered her life and helped her realize that working in the Los Angeles porn industry was not a good idea. Anyway, Crissy Moran, she brings a lot of awareness to the public in regards to the truths of the Los Angeles porn industry. And recently there was a write-up which was on myfoxhouston.com in regards to how going into the Los Angeles porn industry, and she exited quite a few years ago now, but it still haunts her every day. It appears that she's leading a successful, productive life nowadays. very happy for her. She's also engaged, but I'm glad to see that she's starting to come more so to the forefront in regards to bringing awareness as far as how detrimental and just hurtful working with Los Angeles porn industry professionals can be, because the truth about the Los Angeles porn industry as of current is that it's nothing but a gateway to organized crime via illegal prostitution and escorting rings. And if you want to know more about that, you can always visit one of my websites, which is www.pornstarhookeralert.com. Now, one thing I will say for any viewers out there who might be working within the Los Angeles porn industry, specifically if you're a talent, but you are looking for a way to get out, unfortunately right now there really aren't that many programs to where you can just completely quit working an adult and move forward. And you know, the Pink Cross, I believe, has tried. There's some other organizations that I believe do try, and if you want to know about those organizations, you can always go to porninthevalley.com. I believe that Diana has some links to some other organizations that can help you. I hope that one day I can form some sort of a essentially like a scholarship program. I'll have to make a lot of money first, but I'd like to not ever have an organization, but more just a program that's more like a gift to people who need an out. But what I'm getting at is one way to get away from LA porn and start to rebuild your life is through webcamming. Now, a lot of people are going to say, you know, oh, Monica, that's just another form of porn. Well, in a way it is. But it's something that you can do on your own, independently, safe from home, not have to deal with any agents or pimps or managers, and it's something that you can grow into an independent business for yourself and branch off from. And I can say that it does work because that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. I've been a webcam model since 2002. Before I got into porn, the LA porn industry specifically, which was in 2008, I was a webcam model. I'm not a person to where the LA porn industry created Monica Foster. Monica Foster, you know, nowadays mainly just Monica, existed prior to porn. If anything, LA porn capitalized off of all my prior work. So anyway, that's my advice to any male or female who's looking for a way out of LA porn. Webcamming is a gateway, and I suggest you give it a try. But if you want to just leave altogether, then check out some of the resources that I'll list on this webcast after I edit it and put it on YouTube later, because there are some people out there who will do their best to help you. But it's a very difficult road to leave. It's not easy. If you speak out, you will be harassed, stalked, chased, threatened. If you look at my earlier webcast, I outline all of this. I also write about this extensively on my official Monica Foster blog. But I hope that in time things can change. You know, I'll always be an idealist, and I'll always have hope that things can change. But as of current, they're not. So we'll see what happens. So let's see. What else do I want to talk about today? Let's see. Well, later in the week, I'm going to put together a special webcast in regards to a certain court case that has been thrown into the media, which has to do with a brilliant woman of which I've spoken about in the past by the name of Crystal Cox, and a porn industry goon, aka attorney, by the name of Mark Randazzo. Rather than me talking about it extensively today, I'll just say look for a special webcast I plan on putting together later in the week in regards to this issue. But this is a very important court case because not only does it touch on the rights of independent bloggers, which, you know, that particular issue is interlaced with the concept of freedom of speech. Ironically, this particular attorney who is suing Crystal Cox, who is an independent blogger, he's a freedom of speech attorney, yet he's trying to stifle, in my view, this woman's right to freedom of speech. This particular court case also has to do with a very important piece of technology, of which, if it weren't for this particular piece of technology, which was created by a man by the name of Elliot Bernstein, the internet would not be what it is today. He basically created a high-definition video codec, of which countless entertainment venues utilize, news venues utilize, pretty much all of the internet utilizes this particular video codec, which is dubbed IviewIt. If it weren't for this particular piece of technology, you wouldn't be able to watch me as clearly and crisply and as quickly as you're able to watch me today. Elliot, in my opinion, is owed quite a bit of money from what I know of this particular issue. So I'm going to brush up on the latest happenings in regards to the IviewIt situation and the Crystal Cox versus Mark Randazza's situation, and I'll present that to you later in the week. So look for that, of course, on youtube.com/MonicaAtHome or just MonicaAtHome.com. And let's see, I guess lastly, I'd like to read to you guys a particular psalm, which is something that applied to me today. You know, I like to pick a psalm that kind of applies to my thought process as of, you know, today or this week. And I was reflecting a bit and thinking about how I'm trying so hard to reach a higher level of forgiveness in regards to a lot of events and circumstances of which I've had to walk the path of over the past few years. And I will say that one particular woman by the name of Annie, who runs Hookers for Jesus, hookersforjesus.com is her website, a women's study group of which she hosts weekly. I've missed the past few weeks, but I plan on going there this week. And her presence and her workshop has really helped me start to open my soul a lot more to forgiveness. I'm not there yet. I hope that in time I can get there. But today, as I was reflecting, I was thinking about how insulted and intimidated I have felt over the past few months by many of my attackers. And I found a particular song that has helped me through that, and I'm going to read it to you guys today. This is from 1 Peter number 3. Actually, it's 1 Peter 2:20. For what credit is there if when you sin and are harshly treated, you endure it with patience? But if when you do what is right and suffer for it, you patiently endure it, this finds favor with God. For you have been called for this purpose, since Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example for you to follow in his steps, who committed no sin, nor any deceit was found in his mouth. And while being reviled, he did not revile in return. While suffering, he uttered no threats, but kept entrusting himself to him who judges righteously. And again, that's 1 Peter 2:20 through 23. Basically what this is saying is that sometimes in life, you will do what's right. And oftentimes when you do what's right, you still will be crucified, criticized, insulted, attacked, and basically nailed to a cross for it. But there really, I don't think, is any worse treatment that anyone can throw at you in this world that even compares to what Jesus went through when he was nailed to that cross. And that's something that I have to remember. And I really do need to work on not even acknowledging criticism and attacks and just harsh treatment from others who truly don't know right from wrong. You know? I've had many people tell me that, but I'm really just now reaching an understanding of that. And I hope to, being that I am reaching an understanding of that, I hope that I can improve. Because I feel like that's what Jesus Christ wants me to do, that's what He wants us all to do. And when it really comes down to it, that's what God wants us to do. So that's going to be the conclusion of this particular installment of Christian Pornstar, which is a offshoot of Monica at Home. And if you want to watch other broadcasts like this one, you can always visit either christianpornstar.com or monicaathome.com. And make sure you follow me on Twitter. My Twitter address is twitter.com/Monica at Home. Now I'm going to stick around for questions and comments. And if you choose to go ahead and enjoy the rest of your weekend, I hope you have a great weekend. Take care, and may Jesus Christ enter your life in a very profound way.